Listen to me when I tell you and ask you this so clearly and plainly. Plainly ask you, have you any idea what it is like living life as a Black woman? Well, lately, the life lived, striving to thrive, is one often reminding me better than best is the only way forward. Better than best, but not angry, aggressive, loud, demonstrative, not forceful, not eager, not too eager, determined, proud. Did I say loud? Not too loud of a voice to make sure and remind you I am simply standing here as a human woman, as a human Black woman, as a human dark-skinned Black woman, as a human bald, dark-skinned Black woman who has never before had to be reminded to remind you I am all of these attributes, because attributing glory and beauty to all of my specific and particular humanity is now necessary to work, create, and thrive, to be best, better than better. I check off so many boxes as this specific and particular human, I'm almost trending. Well, sort of. I mean, because I'm still here, working and creating and alive. I can speak to my particular and specificness, but before I speak to what and all I am, let's start where we are. Some of the we, maybe just you, or even only them over there and around, but let's start here. Wait, there. I mean, even now, it seems that you feel that I have been a threat. Oh wait, not just me, but them too. The them before me, mothers and grandmothers and great-grands and aunts, great-aunts, providing through prayers and wailing cries, prophesying I will use my voice, movement, language to threaten you. No, that's wrong. I have absolutely no desire to threaten, and neither did they. They just taught me to speak, needing you to move over. Just move over, slide down, stop talking and listen. Learning is constant and growing is natural, and stagnant ponds, as still as they are, still breed. What is breeding now is not prosperous for the hearts of so many of we, or maybe just you, or even only them over there and around over there, but in this search for something here in me, flowing, rapping, poised, lifting self up from bound and pensive thoughts, I will not waylay myself from your need of power and strength to command my rights and choice. I will always reach beyond what my gaze can hold. So, if power, the degree of intensity, great capacity, emotional necessity, is holding it all together in the mind of many, passing by weakness, not often recognized, but when it is not, when I am not weak, you must you try to break it, me? Struck down if feels and feelings of others, another's rule and reign of incompatible strain, no tolerance, intolerance held back for Black power raining down, pouring down, this lack of a leading heart's requirement to or not to share in the knowledge of truth. This absolute truth, the absolute simple truth resulting in the thought that I am a threat. Then, strength looks different and feels different today, different than yesterday. My yesterday and theirs is not the same. Building on thoughts of what we knew. The whole world filled with yes and no more for us, like listen and don't. See and don't. Hear and don't. No again. Don't tell me. Do not tell me it's not there for me to listen and see and hear and learn and go, move forward toward the open door, the door. The information is open and free. And in curbing me, trying to curb me, you will find every single thing is brought to the forefront of our minds, and realizing what has been fought for, searched for, longed for, reached for, claiming for what is equal, not just for what is right. Equal is not even though it should be the fight, not ground in common ground, and all of this power as strength, as hidden and masked in fear, yours and mine. And I mind it. I mind how your fear makes me feel. So I must be a threat. Right and rights are not particular to those, some who seem and feel they have it all at the end of their hands, grasping, claiming, still calling for, wanting and demanding more. Those rights and privileged bones heard and learned from stories which suited their bones of past, broken and still breaking, trying to break mine, creaking through glimpses of hatred, shame, meaningless, help me, false calling crime and calling false fear. Am I a threat to you? I am a threat to you, like a tantrum of want, convincing self of need. When teaching others to say thank you for crumbs, thank you, and pieces, thank you, thrown away as gifts, thank you, treats, thank you, to fill emptinesses as they sit, watch, create, and perpetuate, as if I am the cause of these misgivings of days of standing, reminding you I am better than you want to or can't even bother to see, you just won't see. The question is no longer about me, but what does it mean when they say you? I cannot do something, cannot be something, will not because you, they say and think I can't, cannot be all that I'm called to be. What? What does it mean? Well, it means you think I am a threat to all of what you are not, as you see yourself in your mirror cracked, broken and bruised, caused and created, but not by my strength, not caused by my power and self-empowerment, but by your lack of push and pressure for your own personal self-development, which should be and could be just for you. So stop worrying about me and my particular specificness. See, they said, told you, you believed. Light was right, sweeter, untouched, and unbroken. Those who want to see, see. Those who don't, won't. But in my unbothered state, I was pushed and pushed back, broken and mended, bothered and calmed. Relieved to know even though I fell, standing wasn't just the purpose, but again and again I refused to stay down and out. When I choose the power behind it, the get up, the force, the strength, my right to my choice, the power to choose my power, I found the power in me is greater than I, and especially you, know. What I accept is what I see, watch, hear, listen to, and for, and learn after I decide to choose the steps and paths already created for me. I am no longer heavy. Yes, heaviness comes some days, the feeling of not being a whole hope, a broken hope, a hope who needs filling. But when I remind me, I am a human, bald, dark-skinned, black woman whose glory and beauty and all of my specific and particular humanity forces others who look like me to be concerned with my work, what I create, and how I thrive to be best, better than my yesterday's better, even if I am not the non-offensive, bald, black woman, human. I check off so many boxes on my grands and greats list as this me, specific and particular human me, who shouldn't care if I am often angry, sometimes aggressive, a little or a lot loud, demonstrative because it's time, forceful when needed to, eager, perfectly determined, and absolutely proud to use my loud, clear movement voice to make sure and remind you I am simply standing here as a human. And I am most definitely and most often defiantly trending.